As tensions with Great Britain escalated in the 1770s, the quiet coastal town of Beaufort, South Carolina, became the stage for a political confrontation that would echo all the way to the Declaration of Independence. In 1772, South Carolina's economy was booming, but its relationship with the mother country was rapidly deteriorating. At the heart of the conflict stood Royal Governor Charles Greville Montagu and the colony's elected Commons House of Assembly. Their most bitter disputes revolved around money, specifically, who controlled the public funds. For years, the Assembly refused to pass any tax legislation unless colonial money was allocated to support the legal defense of John Wilkes, a radical member of Parliament and a symbol of resistance to royal authority. Montagu flatly refused. Frustrated by opposition leaders entrenched in Charleston, Montagu resorted to a dramatic and unprecedented maneuver. In what he called a constitutional operation, he moved the meeting place of the Commons House 70 miles south, from Charleston to Beaufort. Montagu believed that the distance from Charleston would break the resistance, that lawmakers would not travel, would not linger so far from their businesses. He believed that fatigue would bring the Assembly into compliance. He was wrong. On October 8, 1772, at the District Courthouse, a site now occupied by the Beaufort Arsenal, the town hosted one of the most distinguished political gatherings in South Carolina's colonial history. Leaders from across the colony made the arduous journey, including Christopher Gadsden, Charles Cotesworth Pinckney, John Rutledge, William Moultrie, and Thomas Hayward Jr. They came despite the distance, despite the inconvenience, and their presence became a decisive rebuke of the governor's strategy. In fact, more elected representatives attended this session in Beaufort than those in Charleston. Embarrassed and outmaneuvered, Montagu abruptly dismissed the Assembly after just 3 days, postponing all business and ordering members back to Charleston. The Assembly's response was furious. Its grievance committee accused Montagu of acting out of ill will to the body of free men and condemned the Beaufort summons as an insult to representative government. Among those shaped by this moment was Thomas Hayward Jr. 4 years later, he carried its lesson to Philadelphia as a delegate to the Second Continental Congress, as a signer of the Declaration of Independence. There, in 1776, Thomas Jefferson gave national voice to what Beaufort had already endured. The Declaration's fourth grievance condemned King George III for calling legislatures to places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance. The Beaufort Assembly of 1772 was not merely a local dispute. It was a line crossed, a warning issued, and a grievance written forever into America's founding document. The road to independence passed straight through Beaufort,